these likes and follows do not matter in the real world. Is Instagram destroying society? The answer to that question would undoubtedly be yes, and for countless reasons. We can start off with the most common one being, I think we all can agree on this, whether or not we open up Instagram, what we're always going to see 9 times out of 10 is a post that involves any form of sex appeal. No matter how many times I go through my feed, as a man, it is always going to come and be right in front of my face because other men on the platform begin to look at things that allow them to find any sort of pleasure from social media. Speaking through my own experience, I've seen the world change with this app. I've seen Jen Selter start the entire wave of women working out, to say the least, because it motivates and inspires people to go out and do something about their bodies. That's an amazing thing that comes from this app. However, when it comes to men, especially those with a lot of sexual frustration, they're going to keep going to this app more and more and finding posts that will ultimately cater to these same frustrations. Really, all in all, this points back to men and women alike because men, being degenerates, is causing things that really shouldn't be seen in the public eye or being put on any type of high social pedestal, which creates a gateway of sex for children at a young age. Social media puts this in front of a child's face and it causes them to ultimately think about these things at a very young age. Rather than focusing on football, video games, or Legos, maybe as they should, they focus on butts, which is going to lead to what you can ultimately guess. With that being said, men are not completely to blame. Women are also at fault as well. Because of course, women do show off their assets. There's nothing wrong with that in the slightest. If you are beautiful, go ahead and show how beautiful you are. However, whether you know it or not, your beauty and your assets are being flaunted to children. Now, can you imagine any woman trying to show off their body to children? Of course, this is not the intent with most of women's posts. However, this happens. And unknowingly, women that post things on social media that have a sexual nature end up turning children into degenerates at a young age. And when I mean degenerates, I'm talking about the 50 or 40-year-old creeps that you may see under these posts in a comment section. Possibly even the comment sections of 14-year-old girls. I've seen it myself, and not because I wanted to, because it was thrown in my feed by Instagram itself. The app itself does not have a shred of morality, and nor does it have any idea on what age is. After all, it's an app, so naturally it wouldn't. You can be 13 to be able to use the app, but after that, everything is said and done. If I were to like a post of a girl who is working out and showing off her assets, it's not going to matter because right after that, my app is going to be flooded with pictures of women and unfortunately young girls, all showing off their assets whether or not I wanted to see it at all. And sometimes you don't want to see it, but the app is still gonna show you. And with that being said, Instagram creates ignorance within the minds of the youth and other individuals because by continuously showing us all of these posts and images, we're going to have all of these things on our minds because it is thrown in front of us and we see it every single day. Not only that, what makes it even worse is that no matter what, we will begin to see things that people have that we may not have. And it creates a wave of people who don't really appreciate the lives that they have now. They see, hey, this guy has a better looking girl than me. Or, hey, this guy has a nice car that I do not have. And it demotivates individuals and it makes them feel like their own lives are worthless. Although I personally feel like no one should be comparing themselves to other people. However, it's hard not to when you see it every single time you open the app. And if it isn't people becoming envious of each other. It's people gaining egos through the satisfaction of their posts being liked. By having more followers or having more likes on a post, people will begin to think that they are better than people who get less likes or people who have less followers than them. I don't know why, but people put a lot of value in likes and followers from people they don't even know. And not only that, what makes it worse is that these likes and follows do not matter in the real world. Yes, you can potentially make money off of Instagram or, possibly posting a sponsor from getting enough clout on social media, but really it is not going to ultimately help you, and it's not going to do anything for you on your deathbed. Posting something and seeing that it doesn't get enough likes only to delete it afterwards, and that in itself kills confidence in individuals. With this app, egos are built and confidence can be killed, which is not healthy for the mentality of people. If people do not get likes on their posts, they will feel bad about themselves and feel like no one really cares about them. This isn't just Instagram, but of course this can tie into all of social media. And even worse, what Instagram does is it keeps you distracted. You're not going to have time to handle things that you need to do in real life. There are so many times when someone is just on their phone not paying attention because they're just scrolling endlessly through Instagram for minutes, maybe even hours. And this is time you can never get back. Time that a phone app has stolen from you. I think it's safe to say that this app warps your thoughts, feeds sexual frustration, alienates the youth, and most importantly, it wastes your time. This app, maybe even all of social media, is not only affecting society, but people as a whole.